Let's be real. Buying a home is a huge deal. It's incredibly exciting, but man, can it be stressful? Today, we're going to break down the whole financing process with a guide who's all about making it simple and, well, human. His name is Neil Piles. So, does the very thought of mortgages, all that paperwork, and the crazy financial jargon just make your head spin? Yeah, you're not alone. That's a super common feeling, and honestly, that's exactly what we're here to tackle. And this really gets to the heart of the matter. It's a quote from our guide today, Neil Piles, who believes that home financing just shouldn't feel like you're lost in some maze of paperwork and stress. The goal isn't just to get a loan. It's to get through the whole thing feeling confident and clear about what's happening. Okay, so if home financing feels like this giant, confusing maze, what do? You don't want to get lost, right? Well, you get a guide, someone who knows the way. So let's meet him. Neil Piles, a loan officer based in Frisco, Texas, who's made it his mission to clear the path for home buyers just like you. And check this out. This isn't just some corporate tagline. This is his mission. He says, I help people buy homes who deserve a chance even when the process feels overwhelming. That really hits differently, doesn't it? It's all about fighting for your dream and putting people ahead of the paperwork. And he really focuses this passion on helping folks who often face the toughest challenges. First-time buyers taking that massive first step, people and families moving to Texas for a whole new life, and self-employed people whose finances don't always fit neatly into a tiny little box. Okay, so we know who he's passionate about helping, but how does he actually do it? What makes his approach different? That's what we're digging into next, the Piles approach, and how he makes this whole journey so much simpler. It all comes down to these 4 promises he makes to every client. First up, constant communication. You're never going to be left in the dark wondering what's happening. Next, personal approval strategies. This is huge. He's looking at you, your whole story, not just a number on a page. Then there's his deep local knowledge, which gives you a real edge. And finally, creative human solutions for those situations that are a little outside the box. And this quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? I make approvals feel human again. Think about that. He's taking what can be a cold, almost robotic process and turning it back into a real conversation between 2 people. It's about being seen and understood, not just being an application number. Look, we can talk about his philosophy all day, but what really matters is what his clients think, right? The proof is in the pudding. Let's take a look at what actual people have to say about working with Neil. All right, take Elijah here, a first-time homebuyer. He points out 2 things that are absolutely crucial when you're new to all this: getting your questions answered and having someone who's patient with you. That kind of support, it's priceless. And then there's Diego. He also talks about communication, but listen to how he puts it. Neil didn't just help with the stress. He took it all away. Wow. When you hear that from someone who's been through it, you know it's a game changer. And Caroline's experience really wraps it all up. She called the process easy and effortless. I mean, who says that about getting a mortgage? But then she tells you why. It's because she had someone in her corner, fighting for the best rates and giving her solid advice every step of the way. So you might be thinking, this level of personal service is amazing, but is it backed by anything solid? Absolutely. Neil isn't a one-man show. He's backed by the strength and reputation of a major national lender, CMG. CMG Home Loans has been around since 1993. Think about that. They've seen it all. Booms, busts, you name it. For you, that means you're working with a company that's stable, experienced, and really, really knows what they're doing. And it's not just about business for them. CMG is also deeply committed to giving back to the community. Get this. Since 2011, they've raised nearly $3 million for nonprofits. That's a serious commitment. And they support some truly amazing causes. We're talking about the Gary Sinise Foundation, which builds homes for our wounded vets, the NBA Opens Doors Foundation, helping families with sick kids, and the cancer support community. It really shows you what kind of company this is, They care. And that brings us to this final thought, a personal invitation from Neil himself. It's a reminder that this isn't just a transaction, it's a partnership. And when you have the right partner, that confusing maze to your dream home, well, it suddenly looks a whole lot like a clear, straight path forward.